Now, AMC was the most expensive stock to short in the first quarter. Short sellers paid a total of $1.91 billion in stock borrow fees in the first quarter of 2023, up from $1.54 billion in the fourth quarter of 2022. Since AMC is the hardest stock to borrow, assuming this number is going to rise quarter over quarter, this is a large amount to pay just to borrow against a stock, not necessarily even owning anything. To make matters worse, AMC short sellers have also gotten burned by the stock's 33.2% year-to-date gain. Now follow along with me. Most borrowers seek securities that are considered hard to borrow, meaning they are difficult or unavailable to borrow due to limited supply. We just had some new news drop that Hsbc Bank to retire stock loan / borrow custody and clearing services. This is coming effective April 21st. Now this is interesting because this is the largest options chain as of right now that has been put on AMC. Put your tinfoil hats on. Why would they pick this date? Just seems a little bit fishy to me, but overall this can't be a bad thing for us retail investors. There's many reasons that they could have been doing this, but think about it as a recall. When you loan your shares out to short sellers, they borrow them. You can recall those shares and basically say, listen, for whatever reason, I got to sell these shares on the open market. I got to feed my family. I got to do this. I got to do that. And we know banks aren't in the best situation right now, and they are finally calling to retire stock loans / borrow custody and clearing services. Now, the clearinghouses are having a difficult time handling massive amounts of FTDs and AMC. It's practically impossible for brokers to deliver any company-issued AMC stocks due to the fact 95% of the shares outstanding have been locked in retail's accounts for more than 18 months. That is why Ken Griffin can't sleep at night. The liabilities are on their on-balance and off-balance sheets due to those unsettled synthetic assets are off the chart. The conditions for this systematic meltdown that was averted in January of 2021 with the buy button removal have dramatically worsened into massive settlement crisis. Now, I'm not going to hold it to it, but it's something we are going to continuously mention is that AMC is on the threshold list for 5 consecutive settlement days, meaning the failure to delivers are stacked together. Now, something that we're going to toss a little sprinkle on at the end of the video that is not good for short sellers, but good for AMC, on top of all these FTDs settling up, AMC being on the threshold list, is the timing that Bed Bath & Beyond is running, but more on that a little bit later. AMC Ortex numbers 26.39% short interest, shares on loan 192.87 million, utilization maxed out. I wanted to point this out. Utilization, ever since this thing has gotten maxed out, as soon as it got maxed out, everything is bouncing just to keep the clock moving. This was all maxed out, and then short sellers, market makers, hedge funds, they say, okay, now we're fucked. Now we're on the clock, and until these people sell, we have to start bouncing things around to save our own ass. And right now, liabilities are stacking up, right? Sold, not yet purchased liabilities are stacking up. FTDs are being bounced between broker to broker. And as long as this number's maxed out, there is a ton of built up pressure on these short sellers. Cost of borrow average sitting at 345%, 351 for a max for AMC. APE 5.79% short interest, shares on loan 32 million, utilization 66%. Cost of borrow sitting at 10.49%. Now, Ballantine LLC just took a position in AMC. The fund acquired 35,477 shares of the company's stock valued at approximately $144,000. Now guys, I wanted to touch on the implied volatility in case you're trading options with AMC. It's coming back down to this red line. AMC could have a little bit more room to fall, but this could indicate that AMC is opening up a window over the next week or so to have another rip going forward, whether that's a small rip or one of these large ones that happened back in February. Now listen, we have some brand new news on Gary Gensler, and I know everyone has been talking about it, but don't click off the video because I really want to bring something to your attention, is that we might actually want to keep Gary Gensler in here. And I'm not stating that as my full opinion. I just want to bring some facts up to you guys, and I want you to let me know what you think in the comments down below. But before we get into that, guys, make sure to download Moomoo using my link in the top of the description to get up to 15 free stocks just when you sign up and make a deposit using my link. It can literally be a penny that you find in your room. Also, guys, join the Discord. That is linked under the video as well. For over 2 years now, nobody has given a crap about retail investors. Now, all of a sudden, when Gary is trying to ban payment for order flow, they care about retail. This is exactly what I wanted to bring up. Congressman officially calls for removal of Gary Gensler as the SEC chair. After they slaughtered him yesterday, Congressman officially called for the removal. Okay, so they are trying to fire Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler makes well over 6-figure salary. He makes like 300 something grand a year. Now, he may have missed some opportunity windows for retail, but just let me continue to fill you in. Republicans bash Gary Gensler over crypto crackdown tirade. Now, donations to GOP Majority Whip and Tom Emmer was head of National Republican Congressional Committee, the campaign arm for House Republicans. NRCC's Associated Super PAC Congressional Leadership Fund received $2.75 million from FTX in the 2022 cycle. Now, all the bros cheering for Tom Emmer's bluster and bloviation at Gary Gensler should remember the fact that Tom Emmer, leader of Blockchain 8, specifically asked Gary Gensler not to investigate FTX, citing the Paperwork Reduction Act. And on top of that, take a look at all 5 congressmen who want Gary Gensler gone. Ironically, all 5 of them voted against market transparency. Think about it. So you guys have to remember that if Gary Gensler gets pushed out, the person that's coming in here is going to be Hester Pierce. That is exactly what they want. And don't you think the timing is a little ironic for the proposals that just got put out that retail wants, that Gary Gensler just put out? Citadel has written several letters to the SEC about stating you cannot let these proposals go through. Now they take him and they press him in front of Congress. Now they want to fire him over stuff that they could have fired him way back for. All 5 of the congressmen who want Gary Gensler out voted against these market transparency rules. You guys have to understand that. You guys just let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I'm not saying we necessarily should trust Gary, but I'm not saying that the grass is greener on the other side. Since when did Congress care about retail? Bringing up what we first talked about. Why does Wall Street line up against SEC Chair Gensler on one of his most controversial proposals? Since when does Wall Street care about retail, guys? You let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. But honestly, I'm on the fence here. Now, before we get into Bed Bath & Beyond, Disney and Meta are preparing to eliminate thousands of more jobs. Now, according to recent reports, Bed Bath & Beyond have received Chapter 11 bankruptcy preparations. Bed Bath & Beyond is up over 50% over the past couple of days and continues to rip. Yesterday, we had a very fast live. It was like 3.5 minutes long, just giving you a quick update stating that the Bed Bath & Beyond rally was from retail investors and they're causing the hype train, so on and so forth. It's just playing through another cycle. However, Bed Bath & Beyond taps Kirkland & Ellis as advisor in August, as reported by Bloomberg. The firm later appears in the January 13th PitchBook LBO Rumor and Company filings. Icahn and Cohen have documented history previously working with Kirkland & Ellis. Ryan Cohen worked with them for Chewy, and apparently Icahn has as well. You guys think Ryan Cohen is coming in and basically saving Bed Bath & Beyond? Or do you think there is no correlation there? Either way, this is good news for Bed Bath & Beyond. 3.6 million shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 16.3%. I don't know how the fee is so low. Calls to puts were winning on the options chain, but take a look at the gamma ramp that could happen with Bed Bath & Beyond. Over 500,000 call contracts to basically 50,000 puts. There is basically nobody betting bearish on Bed Bath & Beyond, and if this gamma ramp does happen, shorts are getting absolutely obliterated, which is going to carry over to AMC and GameStop as well. Short exempt volume yesterday on the 18th actually got lowered, so it seems as if they are slipping away, whether that's from what's happening with banks or whether they just can't hold it anymore or are giving retail a temporary pop to trap them. Can't wait to see what the short exempt volume is going to be after today's rip. But overall, guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about Gary Gensler. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out because I forgot to ask in the beginning of this video. Also hit the subscribe button, turn post notifications on. Join us to this journey to financial freedom. Join the Discord linked under the video. Get your free stocks, all that good stuff. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.